Track-a-lackin'. Another video, another day, another $20. Cha-ching, let's roll. I'm gonna talk about something that like a lot of people don't really understand, and like a lot of you don't understand. It's just like you can't separate religion and state. Like it says to separate religion and state in all these legal documents, whatever. But you as a person, especially if you're religious, like a lot of you claim that you are, because a lot of you claim you're religious, and just because you talk it don't mean shit to me. I gotta see you actually do it, because you could be talking all this crap and all of a sudden doing the exact opposite. So I don't believe, like, honestly, I don't believe 90% of you guys when you talk about religion to me, because it's like in here, out here. So back to what we're talking about. I'm gonna give you an example separating religion, state. Abortion is, for lack of a better term, it's murder. I mean, everyone can say, well, life doesn't start. Now, here's what a lot of religious people will say, like the ones who say they're religious will say, well, life doesn't begin until, I'm like, well, who told you that? Well, that's what science says. Well, right then and there, you lost me. Because if you're so-called religious, if you know you got a living being inside of you, and you do that, what's the difference between you okay an abortion and you okay the death penalty, which you find out you're against because of religious grounds? See, where I come from, if it don't add up, see, a lot of y'all add 2 plus 2 and you'll get 5, and you'll say, well, okay, that's all right. Well, I'm like, well, how'd you get to that? Why'd you get to that? I'm like, no, it's wrong. It's 4. How you following your own religion? Well, then again, a lot of you guys, here's a lot of these people do, like to say they're religious, they'll continually fuck up, because they use the backbone of, or the crutch of, well, God will forgive you anyway, so it's okay to fuck up, because God will forgive me. No, it's not okay for you to continually be a fuck up, because you know that he'll forgive you. You don't want to do it to begin with, but at the end of the day, people do mess up, people do slip. But don't go out there expecting him to forgive you because he's supposed to. I mean, if that ain't in your heart, then he ain't gonna forgive you. Now, that's like when politicians okay, I'll give you another one. Your vote. You could say like, well, like I'll put it on this in Ohio. I live here now. I've been living here for a decade. We had a vote come up. I think it was like, was it like 95? Not 95, but 2005, 2004. We had a vote about homosexual rights as far as marriage and benefits. I think I forget when it was. Look it up. I don't know. I might link it down here just to prove a point, because some of y'all wrote "ain't" on YouTube. But we came up to a vote. And, like, believe it or not, Ohio is not very as liberal as you think it is. Ohio is mostly liberal in like Cleveland, North, like the Cleveland area, Cleveland, Akron, maybe because in Toledo with Detroit, and like Cincinnati. And Cincinnati, Dayton. Other than that, man, Columbus, like I live in Columbus, and for a big city, Columbus is not liberal at all. We have a black Democratic mayor who's basically a Republican in my eye, because that's all he is. He's a Republican. But Ohio is not as liberal as overall as one would think. And our track record as far as presidents would show you that. You would think it was a blue state because of the manufacturing jobs, but like a lot of manufacturing jobs, typical in the Rust Belt, they moved out and money wins at the end of the day. But I digress, and this story isn't going anywhere. So let me get back to the point. Like when you vote, like say you vote, I voted no. I'm going to talk about myself. I can't talk about other people because I know what they voted, but I'm going to talk about myself. I voted no personally because I don't believe in that act. I don't believe my vote would have co-signed an act that I don't believe in. Now, I have nothing against people, how you live your life, as long as you're not hurting nobody. I could care less how you live. But I'm not going to co-sign and say, well, it's okay for you to do this, because my co-signing looks like I'm approving of it. Now, if I don't see what you're doing and you don't tell me or this, that, and you don't ask my opinion, that's cool. But if you ask for my opinion and you ask me to vote for it, I just can't do that. I can't vote for something. Now, here's what I'm going to hear, which I hear on every time. Oh, the blacks, the Mexicans, the race and like your sexuality are like bananas and apples and oranges. It ain't the same. Like a lot of people will play on that sympathetic shit Because a lot of like you'll get these like black leaders that like do this crap, man. They'll like feel sorry for them. They want to look like they're all encompassing as far as humanity. Here's what killed me. I think Reverend Al Sharpton even co-signed like gay marriage or whatever. And I'm like, Reverend Al Sharpton? I don't know if it's true. I have to look this up, but this is what I saw on a clipping before. I don't know if it's true. If it's not true, I apologize for saying that. But if he endorses it, well, I'm gonna go on in pretty soon. But your vote, like that's like abortion. I can't vote for abortion in no shape, form, or fashion. I can't vote for it. Now, my voting on it has nothing to do with medical. My voting, like it's whatever my religion is, like my practicing faith. My practicing faith says that's murder. Now, if my practicing faith says that murder is the killing of another human being, and like if doctors are right and they try to tell you the living being starts making feel heartbeat, is what it is. So I don't know. I just was in a reflective mood today, and I ain't got shit to do. None of these chicks have come through yet, so do a couple of videos. So I'm out. Peace.